Hey guys, hi, happy holidays. I have my brand new tree in the background. I'm super excited. This is the earliest that I think I've decorated a tree in a long time. I'm Michelle. Thanks for tuning into my channel. For those of you that have been following me, I'm really sorry that it's been 2 weeks since I put a video together, but with the holidays and travel and all the things that I have had going on around here, it has been crazy for the last couple of weeks. So sorry about that. I'll try to do better. I can't make any promises, but I'll try to do better than that next time and get another video up, hopefully within about a week. Thanksgiving. We just went through Thanksgiving. I don't know about you guys, but I stressed myself out for no reason, honestly. I was really worried about how I was going to eat at Thanksgiving based on how I've eaten in the past. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It's all about family and getting together and food and all of my favorite delicious dishes. And I did all right. However, I ate fine. I did my meal really well. I ate my protein first, like I was supposed to, had little bits and pieces. I posted my Thanksgiving plate, my before and after on my Instagram, which is Gastric Sleeve Superwoman. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, come over and give me a follow. I post a lot of body comparisons and things like that over on Instagram, but I did post my plate. Now, I've talked to you guys a little bit about my history with eating. I'm not a binge eater. I'm a person that fails to eat. So I have been really challenged with trying to get in enough protein and everything. So I did really well on my food plate and I was fine. But what I did that I've told you guys about before was while we were watching the Cowboys game, I got a piece of apple pie. And I sat down with that piece of apple pie and was watching the game and talking to my family. And before I knew it, I had eaten the whole piece of pie. And immediately I got sick and I had to go to bed and lay down for a couple of hours, take some Zofran to control the nausea so that I wasn't throwing up and all of that stuff. So I had an episode of dumping syndrome, and it's my own fault because I didn't do a reasonable portion of that pie. I was watching television and eating mindlessly, not paying attention to what was going in my mouth, and boom, dumping syndrome for everyone to see. I didn't get to be in the family picture because I was out. My daughter came and tried to get me up, and I told her for everybody to do it without me because I felt terrible. So I want to say lesson learned, but I can tell you I'll probably end up doing it again at some point. That's really the only time that I have gotten really sick, was doing something mindlessly and eating and not realizing the portion that I put into my mouth. So shame on me for doing that because I know better. But I really did well. I've actually lost 2 pounds since the last time I weighed myself. I don't know how that's possible with Thanksgiving and, you know, eating the sweets and stuff like that. The sweet potato casserole is my favorite recipe, and I think I posted it on Instagram. If I didn't, I'm glad to give that to you guys for the holidays, but just know it contains a lot of sugar. I wasn't gonna do a substitute because there were a lot of people in my family that were eating that, so I didn't do any sort of a substitute. But I think that you could probably substitute the white sugar with a non-sugar substitute, but don't quote me on that because I've never made it without the actual white sugar and brown sugar. So I'll defer to you guys, but I will put the recipe up on Instagram so that you guys will have it. Again, if you don't follow me, it's Gastric Sleeved Superwoman with underscores. I'll put it down below so that you guys will have it. And subscribe and turn on your notifications if you want to keep up with my videos when I post new ones to let you guys know what's going on. So I had my 3-month checkup with Dr. Carlton today. He is very pleased with my progress. He did tell me something about Premier Protein today, and that's all he would say was that I needed to Google a class action lawsuit with Premier Protein. So I plan on doing that, but there's apparently supposed to be some sort of that their nutritional information on the back is not accurate. And there are a lot of diabetics that have had a lot of blood sugar spikes drinking Premier Protein. So I'm going to do the research for myself. You guys do the research for yourselves. But he recommended Isopure. He doesn't have any partnership with Isopure at all, but he recommended that I switch over to Isopure from Premier Protein. And I'm going to have to do that because I depend on those protein shakes to get me up to at least 90 grams of protein a day because I fail to eat. Terrible about it. And I have to get better. I'm not good at cooking for myself. I'm just not a good cook, period. And I've really been eating some things that I probably shouldn't be eating, and I know better. So even though I'm still losing weight, it's not good for my health. It's not good for me, period, to not do the things that I'm supposed to be doing. We can't back off on this for a minute. Even at the holidays, I know it's hard and it's challenging. It's challenging for me too, but we really have to make sure that we keep up with what we're putting in our body. And I need to do a better job of that, a better job of eating, period, but, you know, not eating sugar and things like that. So, you know, I have work to do. And if you guys have work to do, don't feel alone because you're not. I stopped weighing myself in my last video. I let you guys know that I've really been relying on my clothes and how they fit. I'm still in a size 14 jeans, and, you know, hopefully I'll go down even more. Like, this was my 12-week checkup today. I have a 6-month checkup coming up with him, and I'd like to take off another 30 pounds by the time that rolls around. That's my personal goal. That would be fantastic if I could do that. I'm going to give it my all to be able to do that. I'm trying to think of anything else. Just the holidays have stressed me out. They have made me incredibly anxious over eating. And I don't know if any of you guys feel that way too, but I really have a lot of anxiety over holiday meals and things like that. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because I loved Thanksgiving and I love to eat Thanksgiving foods and things that are put together at the holidays, but there's just been a whole lot of anxiety, and I really shouldn't have been that anxious over Thanksgiving and over Christmas meals. But I learned my lesson hopefully with the pie, and I won't do that at Christmas. I'm spending Christmas, I was with my whole family for Thanksgiving. I'm spending Christmas with my best friend and her family because my daughter is going with her dad to visit his family at Christmas in Kentucky. So I'm kind of on my own for the holidays, but lucky for me, I have a best friend that is more like a sister, more like family to me than just a best friend. So she's great. A couple weeks ago, I had another rhizotomy on my back, and I have the second one tomorrow. They do the right side first and then the left. I think I've told you guys in the past that I have a major back injury. I have a 360-degree fusion back there with a cage and 6 screws, and I also have a spinal cord stimulator for pain implanted in my back. And one of the funny things is my back doctor keeps looking at this battery. It is so close to the surface of my skin that I may very well have to have another surgery to remove this and either reimplant the battery deeper, because it's right. I had a lot of fat and padding covering this thing before. Now it's irritating my skin, and it's right underneath the surface of the skin. And then they make a new spinal cord stimulator now, I think, that doesn't have to be charged. So it wouldn't require me to put the charger on once a week to charge the battery. But in any event, if I continue to lose at this rate, which isn't fast enough for my personal liking, but that's another story, I may have to have it inserted and have the battery implanted deeper underneath to find some fat back there, because I'm losing so much all over. The inches have been insane, you guys. And I didn't measure myself before I had surgery, which I really wish now that I had, because I'd be able to tell you exactly how many inches I've lost. But I can tell you I was wearing a size 22 jeans in March, and now I'm wearing a 14. So, and it's only been 3 months since my surgery. So that's really a huge accomplishment. My non-scale victory from over the holidays, though, I'll post on Instagram as well. I not only fit in the middle seat of the airplane without having to have an extender, but I had to actually tighten it and adjust it, and I have about this much of the seatbelt hanging out, which is a huge non-scale victory for me. Those mean more to me, I think, than the scale not moving. The scale stresses me out so much from all the years that I yo-yo dieted and I lost weight, and then I would gain it right back, that there's a lot of shame associated with the scale and me. So it's not my friend, and I can tell if I have gained weight or if I have lost weight just by the way that my clothes are fitting me now. I'm down a couple sizes in bras. I'm down multiple sizes in jeans. I'm in a large to an extra large in shirt. This is a 2X tank top, and y'all, it is humongous. I have it tucked in with my belt because that's my new favorite thing to do, is wear my Gucci belts. Pretty exciting that I'm able to not only wear a belt, but a belt that actually fits and is flattering, that doesn't make my butt look like it's gigantic sticking out in the back. Still don't like my upper arms. I still have a long ways to go. I still am not a fan of my butt, but it's getting smaller. I still have a lot of insecurities that, this surgery doesn't make your insecurities go away. I have to remember to be gentle with myself. I've told you guys that before, that we have to be as gentle with ourselves as we are with other people. And I think that's an important lesson for me to continue to learn, is to take it easy on myself and not beat myself up. If I eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, or if, I've gained a couple of pounds, I've got to stop beating myself to death over it. It's really not worth it. So it's Christmas. I'm hoping that maybe I can find some good recipes. I found some good recipes at Dr. Carlton's office today for some protein balls. And they're peanut butter protein balls, and there's textured vegetable protein that they're sprinkled with that gives them a little bit of a crunch. But I found some pretty good recipes, and I found a idea that I hadn't seen before of mixing your plain Greek yogurt with cottage cheese and turning that kind of into a dessert with some Truvia and, cinnamon or whatever you'd want to top that with. So I'm going to give that a try. I think that I'm going to do it with maybe berries, like blueberries and strawberries, and give that a shot. It really increases the protein in that by mixing the two together. And I think that would probably be a good protein snack for me throughout the day. The protein balls too, with peanut butter in them, I think would be great for me to make a bunch of those and just keep them in a container in the refrigerator. So when I'm, having calls and I'm not able to eat, then I could pop a few of those in my mouth and have them be healthy and sweet, and kind of take care of that sweet tooth that I have as well. So other than that, I've been doing great, you guys. I've just been busy. I really appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. This 3-month checkup went really well. He was very happy with my progress, and they took pictures of me before I had the surgery, and showing me those pictures today, I can see it in the photos, absolutely, especially the side-by-sides that I do. But seeing the photo that he took of me, one of the things that his office said today was that I didn't look happy in my picture. I looked tired, and I didn't look like the same person that I look like now, which is a huge compliment for me. He complimented me on my style today. I'm wearing a lot of leopard print, and I had little shoes that match my sweater and stuff, so that was really nice of him to say. But they just said that I look like a totally different person, and I feel like a totally different person, you guys. I'm still learning along the way on the things that I need to do to stay healthy and to keep up with my activities and stuff like that, but I think we're all learning as we go, and it was really nice of them to point out today how much different I look, even from a happiness perspective in the photos that they took of me prior to surgery versus where I'm at today. he did talk to me a little bit about being the ambassador for his office for my city, which is actually really exciting. He's gonna put together some city ambassadors for some of the bigger cities, and he wants me to represent the Frisco area, which is nice. He's got some billboards that are gonna be coming and things, so that was pretty exciting to hear that he'll be potentially looking at me to be the ambassador and to represent Lone Star Bariatrics in my city from that perspective, and working with other patients and things like that. He knows that I'm an RN, and he knows that I enjoy working with people and that I can communicate well and have nothing but good things to say about his practice, which is always a good thing. So we'll see how that pans out, but I was kind of excited to hear about that today. So subscribe, turn your notifications on, you guys. Come on over to Instagram and follow me. It's gastric_sleeved_superwoman, and I'll post a new video soon. If I don't talk to you guys before Christmas rolls around, have a great holiday, but hopefully I'll get a video up in the next week or so and can give you guys an update on where I'm at and what I'm doing. Thanks a bunch, you guys. Talk to you all soon.